Today, we're going to go over some helpful tips for buying a coffee truck, including ways to save money. Now, whether you're looking to buy a new coffee truck or a used one, there are some pros and cons to each choice. Let's break it down with some tips for saving on both. First, let's start with a new coffee truck. Everything is brand new, so the equipment is less likely to break down soon. It's custom built, which means you get exactly what you want with no surprises. New trucks usually come with warranties, so if something breaks down early, repairs are often covered. Now, there are a few disadvantages. New trucks can be very expensive, which can be hard to budget for. It can take time to get your truck ready because you might have to wait for it to be built and customized. This can take up to 12 or 18 or 24 months, so be sure to plan ahead. Now, I got some money-saving tips for buying new for you. Tip number 1, ask about demo models. These are new trucks that were used as samples and may be sold at a discount. Tip number 2, look for financing options like leasing that might make the truck more affordable month to month. Tip number 3, stick with the essential equipment at first. It's easy to get excited and add extras, but keeping it simple can lower your costs. Now let's take a look at a used coffee truck, and there are certainly some advantages. Used trucks are usually much cheaper than new ones, which can save you a lot of money. They can come with all the equipment that you need, saving you setup time and extra costs. For example, labor costs to install a sink could cost you $300-400. With a used coffee truck, it's already installed for you. Another advantage is that you can get started more quickly since you don't have to wait for any customizations. Now, of course, there are some disadvantages of buying used. Used trucks might need repairs sooner, which could add to costs over time. Additionally, you may not be able to choose the equipment or layout exactly as you like because everything's already set up. Sometimes used trucks may have outdated equipment that might need upgrading sooner than later. Now, I also have some money-saving tips for buying used as well. Tip number 1, get the truck checked by a professional mechanic who can tell you if any major repairs are needed before you buy. If there is something found, it might be a good way to negotiate down the price even further, which leads to tip number 2. Tip number 2 is try to negotiate on the price, especially if there are minor repairs needed and that you'll need a cover. Tip number 3, look for used trucks from trusted sources like established food truck sellers or certified pre-owned options, which can be more reliable than a general private seller. Now, here's a bonus tip. Whether you choose new or used, make a list of what's absolutely necessary for your coffee truck. Stick to the basics when starting and add extras as you grow. This can help keep your startup costs down and lets you put your money towards what really matters. And here's another important tip. Be sure to check with your local health and buildings department. I can't stress this enough. Every city has its own rules, and it's essential to make sure your coffee truck follows those rules so you can pass inspection and start serving coffee. It's better to know up front than to have to make changes later. I hope these tips can help you decide on the right coffee truck for you while keeping an eye on your budget. If you're interested in how to start your mobile coffee business, check out our ebook on coffeeshopstartups.com. It's affordable, it's comprehensive, and it will help you save a lot more money down the road.